It's interesting. I grew up in India. Of course, there was lots of herbs. I grew up in the northern part of India where we had a very rich flora. Ayurveda is a lifestyle. So we eat, drink, and always think about herbs and spices. We always go to our spice rack, right? Oh, take cumin for digestion, take clove if you have a cough or a dental pain, things like that. As a pharmaceutical scientist, which is like what my career has been, I was always in charge of looking for new molecules, new molecular entities. And during that search, I came across a number of herbs that have been very effective, whether it's diabetes or Parkinson's, or even for MS, or for many of the skin-related disorders, right? So that was how my journey started.
Hi everyone, this is Bora from Bonjour Friends, and then today we have our guest speaker, Dr. Usha Nagavarapu. Thank you so much for joining our interview today.
Thank you, Bora, for inviting me. It's a pleasure to talk to you today. And hello, everyone.
Thank you. So Dr. Usha, she's the CEO at Surrasa Skin, and she's an Ayurvedic practitioner. So Usha, can you please introduce yourself to everyone? Who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, hi. I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner. I practice Ayurveda. I consult and give patients and people and clients in diet and lifestyle related changes, as well as we also prescribe Ayurvedic herbs to maintain a healthy condition. So as you know, Ayurveda is all about maintaining a healthy balance between your mind, body, and your spirit or consciousness. We also try to intervene through herbs, but most of it is through diet. Ayurveda strongly believes that food is medicine. So as long as we can control any of our issues or problems through food or maintain a healthy diet, we feel that we can be in balance. It's a very personalized and a preventative type of medicine. It also includes exercise and meditation as well as its treatment modalities. I am a pharmaceutical. In my previous life, was a pharmaceutical scientist. And a few years ago, I decided that I would like to practice holistic kind of medicine for myself. And I decided to study Ayurveda, and now I also practice Ayurveda.
Nice, thank you. So could you please give us some details about how you got into working with herbs? I know you briefly explained about it, but could you please explain how you really got to work with the herbs?
Yeah. It's interesting. I grew up in India. Of course, there was lots of herbs. I grew up in the northern part of India where we had a very rich flora, and that was always interesting for me. And in India, Ayurveda is a lifestyle. So we eat, drink, and always think about herbs and spices in our daily food, as well as if we have like a cough or any other illness. We always go to our spice rack, right? Oh, take cumin for digestion, take clove if you have a cough or a dental pain, things like that. But as a pharmaceutical scientist, which is like what my career has been, I was always in charge of looking for new molecules, new molecular entities. And during that search, I came across a number of herbs that have been very effective, whether it's diabetes or Parkinson's, or even for MS, or for many of the skin-related disorders, right? So that was how my journey started. I started looking at non-invasive or herbal ways of treating, say, skin disorders without any side effects, for example. And my interest in herbs became deeper and deeper, and I started to dig more and more into the herbal medicine, whether it's not just Ayurvedic or Indian herbs, but Chinese herbs as well. All of these and many other herbs in the world across the globe have a lot of useful and beneficial properties for both external and internal disorders or imbalances in the body.
Wow, that's very interesting. So we know that you have your own skin product called Surrasa Skin. Could you please let us know what made you decide to make your own herbal products?
Yeah, so I spent a lot of years in dermatology, helping and developing medications or like drug medications for many of the skin disorders like acne or even rosacea. And I've also spent a lot of time in dermatological research. As well as oncology, as well as skin cancers. So during this time, I realized that there are many great prescribed medicines out there, FDA approved, but most of them have side effects, or almost all of them have some sort of a side effect, and some of them are not effective. I've heard a lot of patients and people complain that, hey, that doesn't work, or it doesn't take my eczema, it's not reducing my eczema, it's not taking care of my acne, I'm still having acne. Or if there are any effective medicines for many of these, it still comes with side effects, or they're very expensive as well. So I realized that there are so many herbs out there, if formulated correctly, can be as effective and of course are also safer. And I also realized that we needed a holistic treatment modality. Like we can't just work through one pathway. Say for eczema, we just can't usually just address the itchiness or just the irritation or the inflammation. These people would probably benefit by having a holistic approach where it could be we could be helping them with their barrier, as well as which is compromised, by giving them something that can be help them with not losing their water, because a lot of the times in eczema patients there's water loss, as well as inflammation, irritation, and eczema patients, for example, also have microbial infection. So I was thinking, okay, how can I put all of these in one bottle? Maybe it'll help. It'll not be as potent as a prescribed medicine usually is, but it's safer and they can use it any number of times during a day or long term, forever if they wanted to. So that made me go in search of herbs that had, say, antimicrobial properties, anti-inflammatory properties, as well as anti-allergens, as well as something that would give them a barrier protection, right? And also would be rejuvenating. Many of these herbs are very rejuvenating as well. They can rejuvenate collagen, they can rejuvenate many of the things that are needed for an anti-aging kind of perspective as well. So that led to this journey, and we founded Surrasa. We looked at the pathophysiology of a disease, whether it's like aging or eczema or acne or something like that. And then we brought in these herbs with these specific properties and we formulated them. And the formulation is all herbal. Practically no synthetic in there, molecules or ingredients in there. We also use natural preservation, natural preservatives in there, and no phthalates, no artificial preservation or preservatives like phenoxyethanol or anything. And we do not even have phthalates. Of course, I think I said that. And it's safer, I feel. People can use it as long as they want, as many times as they need for themselves.
Wow, that's really great. So you built your Surrasa skin product lines. So you have your own business. A lot of our people who are watching this video, they're either TCM students or practitioners. So do you have any general life lessons or advice for those who want to build a business in herbal field?
Yeah, my life lessons. Yeah, so passion. Of course, you need to love what you want this business, because um, it is a lot of hours and a lot of hard work. So you need to be very passionate about it, and of course, you need to also be very focused in this journey, like what do you want to do, and what is the end goal, right? What do you want to address? So is it a disorder in mind, or is it a patient population or people population or whatever? So it has to be some sort of focus, uh, and uh, and then you need to get a formula together. Some That's what we did, and our formulas are our own. So that's my strong advice, is to be focused, to think about what is your strategy, where do you want to go with it, who are you targeting, with what kind of indications or diseases, but also what kind of target people. Are you looking for younger generation? Are you looking for middle-aged people, or are you looking for everybody, right? So then you can make your formulas or your products catering to them. It would also be very useful to go look for what the need is. Is there a need for something like this? Are there people looking for something that will be useful? Do they want something that is in your mind, in the mind of the entrepreneur or the person who wants to start their business? So that's probably very important. And also, I feel it's very important to think about, where would I want to be in 5 years? Where would I want this business to be? And then go backwards and then think about how to place that business in together. And of course, a right partner is very critical. Or if you can do it yourself, that's even great. But if you need to, like for me, like we needed a good manufacturing partner. So we went looking for that very first. Even before I started writing my formulas down, I started looking for a place to create these these products. And do they have the capability to work with me? Because our formulas were very innovative, but very specific. So it's not something that they would have known. So I needed to have an open mind, where they would let me come in, and they would also be happy to work with my different formulas or different kind of formulation techniques. So yes, that was very helpful. So I went there, and they're very accommodative. They let me come in, and we worked together for first few months to get that formula to a final stage, right? And then we made a larger scale. So you need to find somebody like that, a right partner internally, as well as a supportive team who will be with you, who will criticize you, who won't be like afraid to tell you you're wrong, right? So you need that. And then also you need some external good partners to tell you or help you out in getting that thought from your mind to an actual product or whatever you need. So it's important. And of course, the key ingredient is patience. You have to have a lot of patience, because it's a tough journey. It's a journey where there's lots of barriers and lots of issues and challenges. And every day keeping that perspective in mind and being calm, or taking each step very carefully is important. And then finance, of course, you need money. So you have to think about where to get the money, how to use the money, and we have a financial plan along the way. It's very important. So those are some of the tips I would think.
Those are very good advice. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing them. So our next question is, can you tell us more about your product, each individual products you have? And then I know some of the herbs that you use in the products, those are related to traditional Chinese medicine herbs. So if you can explain a little bit about that, that'd be really nice.
Yeah. Hi. That's something very close to my heart, and I love to talk about it. So you can stop me anytime because I can go on and on about the products, right? Because
Thank
they
you.
love about to talk about them. So we have 9 products that Surrasa has so far developed and is in the market. Sorry. So you can see we have all of them displayed here, and so the 9 products are divided into, you can say, 3 different categories. The first category is about for calming the skin down, for eczema kind of skin, eczema prone skin, dry, itchy skin. So we named it the Shanti line, Shanti in Sanskrit meaning calm. So there are 2 of them. We kind of have a regular dry skin line for regular people who have extreme dryness, itchiness, and they're very irritated also for them. But then same thing, we have a little slightly less potent for sensitive skin people, and we have put herbs in there and ingredients which would not irritate the skin at all, hopefully, based on the literature. Then we have an anti-aging line called the Amrita. Amrita, again, in Sanskrit means elixir, or the longevity kind of elixir. So I can show you a bottle which is Amrita there. And Shanti was, sorry, and that's our Shanti line of products. So that Amrita is an anti-aging elixir, which helps in reducing pigmentation, as well as fine lines and wrinkles and sunspots. It has all of these are made with in a base formulation. We have turmeric, and we have neem, we have some of these well-known Ayurvedic herbs like boswellia, which is known to be anti-inflammatory. So these are very good as sunscreen as well, like turmeric and aloe are known in the literature to be sunscreen. So if somebody wants to put them on and then put their makeup on, it's a great way to go in the sun. But I still say put your sunscreen on, because we haven't done testing on that. So these are the 4. And then we have a third line called Virya, which is mostly antiviral, or a warrior kind of a line, where it's fighting the germs and protecting us from outside pathogens like germs and viruses and bacteria, that kind of thing. So it has, that line we have 4 products: a wash, a gel wash, a toner, and a serum, and also a lotion. So that's our toner for our Virya line of products. So this was actually I was very inspired by some of the papers that I was reading post-COVID, early in 2020, from some of Chinese done research, and they had used like 40, figwort, and feng fang, and buflenum, I think that's how they say that, sorry, and echinacea, and orange oil, and things like that to fight, say, whether COVID, the coronavirus, or any other viruses. And they were recommending these. So I was very inspired by some of these herbs. And so I brought them into the Virya line. So we have included all these Chinese herbs along with, say, cinnamon, sage, clove oil, St. John's wort, elderberry. So, and elderberry is also being used for many of the, to promote immunity in our bodies, right? So we try to approach all of these different angles. But some of these are food grade ingredients, used as a supplement, but we try to include this in our skincare line. So that's what is there. And we have a very traditional oil for the nose called the Varanasi oil. And that's there. And I could probably open this bottle and show you. So it is that is the, so that we can use, sorry, I can do it again.
Wow.
And it's very yellow, you can see. And it has a lot of ingredients. It's basically an oil, but with things like sage oil, cinnamon oil, a bit of turmeric oil, and clove. Very potent antiviral, antimicrobial, and we apply it to our noses and inhale and exhale. And it is supposed to go into our lungs and kill all our kill germs in the lungs and the nasal and the respiratory passages as well. And also it can be inhaled. When you inhale and exhale, it can go into your brain and also promotes peace, calmness, and focus, mental clarity. So that's what in Ayurveda, Nasi oils are very, very common. It's a very common route of administration. It can for not only lungs, but also for the brain. And I feel that it actually gives you that double thing like that. It gives you cleanses your lungs, cleanses your nasal passages, but also helps in promoting mental clarity, focus, removing brain fog, and a sense of calm, a sense of peace, and like more happiness in whatever you're trying to do during that day. So that's our 9th product. So in total, we have 9 products that we are selling right now.
Wow, that's a full line you got there. That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, where can people go find your product? Can they do they have to reach out to you to buy that product? Do they have to get consultations from you, or can they just buy from market or your website?
Yeah, good question. So we do sell directly from our website. It's surrasa.com, surrasa.com, or that's like the Surrasa skincare, right? And we also you don't need a consultation from me to buy all these products that we have here, the 9. And we also do other products as well. We are bringing in other products as well. So yeah, so these can be directly bought from the website, and there is no need of a consultation. And on our website, we also have a skin quiz, Ayurvedic skin quiz, to know what your constitution is, because Ayurveda believes in a constitution. Ayurveda is based on the 5 elements, right? The air, water, ether, earth, and fire. And based on these 5 elements, we divide them into 3 different body constitutions. So it's good to know what the body constitution is, right? So the body constitution is called Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata is usually dominated by air. Pitta is usually dominated by fire, very healthy digestive systems and the fire. And Kapha body system is mostly dominated by water and earth, both. So it's not that we all have all 3 constitutions. It's in different percentages. We all are made up of the same 5 elements, and the 5 elements can be in different ratios, or what is dominant. Somebody can have fire more and somebody can have air more, but we all have all of them. But also during our journey in life, we can have these disturbed. And when these 5 elements are disturbed, our body constitution will change from the one that we are born with. And the whole goal of Ayurveda is to bring the person back, or bring the doshas or the body constitution to where it was before, so you can be in a healthy state of life, or bring it to balance if it's out of state. So we calculate your normal body constitution, and then we also calculate what is wrong at this point of the person's life, or the patient's or client's life. And then we help them by whether diet or lifestyle or exercise, meditation, or herbs to bring it back or bring the doshas or the body constitutions that have been are in imbalance to a balanced state. So basically to bring the person to a balanced, healthy state. And that's what Ayurveda believes in. So to get your body constitution, we have a quiz on our website. Mostly at this point is to the skin, but what is your skin type? And if you know your skin type, after you finish doing our quiz, we can recommend, hey, you can use this one or that one. And we are bringing more products, which will be Vata type, Pitta type, or Kapha type as well. Right now, we don't put those labels on any of our 9 products. But if somebody was to take a quiz and somebody says, I have acne, or I'm acne prone, or I have an oily kind of skin, or a combination skin, that time we would probably recommend the Virya product. But if somebody says, I have a very dry skin and it's itchy and irritated and I need something like a nice moisturizer, then we would say, hey, go with the Shanti line because it is full of nice waxes and butters like kokum butter and mango butter and stuff like that, which is good. And it also has many other ingredients which will help relieve that itchiness and irritation. And somebody's looking for anti-aging or things reducing the sunspots or a protection or a regular moisturizer, but they have dry skin, then I would say, hey, take the Amrita because it is good for not only for preventing further damage to your skin and making more, like generating more wrinkles or sunspots, but also as a great moisturizer if you have a dry skin, and it can be used any part of the body. So that's the general philosophy of Surrasa. We also make a lot of personalized or individualistic products. So somebody comes for a consultation to me and we do all these figuring out their body constitution, knowing what is wrong or what is right, or why are they in imbalanced state. And I think I see that most of the time our disorders, or if you have something inside, shows up in the skin as well. So something is wrong, shows up in the skin as well. So I do the internal, like I correct their digestion, but I also can make something for the person, right? Like something like this, because some of them could be sensitive to some of the ingredients in our formulations. Also, some of them could need a different ingredient or a different sort of formulation, maybe a cream, maybe a balm or an oil. So like I'm making somebody a hair oil right now for them, and we will bring the hair products as well. Somebody who came with a pain, and then we make some pain kind of balm so they can apply the balm. So I do those personalized skincare and also some personalized oral herbs for those people. But for now, these 9, you can buy it from our website directly. And we also have some people who have them in their spas and stuff. We are trying also to work with them so they can sell it directly to their clients. And we also do some markets around the Bay Area only right now, and we sell it through that. Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's very exciting, and congratulations on establishing all your products, skin line, and your practice. That's really amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that was our last question for today. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and then thank you so much for explaining about Ayurvedic. That was very new to me, and I learned a lot today. So thank you.
Thank you, Bora, for having me over at your Bonko TV. It was a pleasure. And if you have any further questions, please do get in touch with us, surrasa.com.
Yeah, we'll leave a surrasa.com information on the bottom, so you can check that. I'll leave her website and her Instagram account, so you guys can reach out to her directly. So thank you everyone for watching. If you like this video, please hit like button and then subscribe to our channel. And also, if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Usha.